What's going on, my dudes? I got something really cool that I want to show you guys, so let's jump right into it. All right, boys and girls, here it is. This is a 1997 Nissan 240SX S14. And since this is a 97, yes, it's a real Koki. It's not converted. Also, I gotta fess up. This actually isn't my car. It's my brother's car. And he's had this car since 2018, but this car has been in this condition since 2019. So almost 6 years, I believe. And you're probably wondering, why is it in this state? Why leave it alone and abandon it? And that's because my brother grew up. He had a family, he moved out. He's a lot more mature than me, so he's got his own life going on. And so this car and drifting and anything car related kind of took a backseat for him. So he told me a while ago to just get rid of the car, that he wanted to be done with it, no longer in his life. And I said, hold on, wait, what does it need? It needs, it actually needs a lot. As you probably saw, the interior's gone, the engine's not running right. I'll show you the engine in a little bit, but it's got no aero. It pretty much needs everything from the ground up. But I still feel like he might want to drive one day, and I know he'll regret it if he gets rid of the car. It has been sitting at our yard at work. That's why it's in dirty, rough condition. Cats have been all over it. There's cat prints everywhere. And I thought, hey, this might be a good chance to do a new segment, a new build, since my cars are kind of like, they're already done. It's just I'm upgrading and fixing and broken parts and stuff like that. But this thing needs just about everything, so it'll be a good chance to do a new build. So let's go over what the car already has and what the car needs. And let's start off with what everyone is probably wondering and what engine in it, and it's a black top SR20. As you could probably tell, this thing hasn't ran in a very long time, and just as it got parked, I was having a problem where once it got up to operating temperature, it wouldn't go past like 4,000 RPM. It would just it'd be like almost in limp mode, but only at operating temperatures. And I couldn't figure out the problem with that, so I'm just gonna get it a link, and hopefully that's able to help me figure out what the problem is or fix the problem entirely, because it is running on a stock ECU. And hold on, I'm missing coil packs. Why is there coil packs missing? Okay, I guess there's one there, but I never took them off, so that's weird. Anyways, okay, so I gotta get new coil packs. But going on the intake side, it's stock everything, stock intake manifold, stock injectors, Z32 fuel filter, and no shroud on this guy, aluminum radiator. And I think this is like a China exhaust manifold. I'm not really sure. I don't see any markings on it. I haven't gone underneath and checked what brand it is. And as the same goes for the turbo, I'm assuming it's a T28. So not much really going on in the bay. Everything's pretty much stock and just has a front mount. I don't even know what headlights these are, if they're like D-Max or P2M, circuit sports maybe. And they're very dingy, and I don't know if we're gonna stick with them because OEM glass headlights are the best looking, but man, they're so pricey. Suspension wise, we got stock tension rod brackets, which we got to swap out for a power brace because, as we know, they tend to break on you. And Voodoo 13 tension rods. And this car actually has a Villains angle kit, and this was purchased maybe like back in 2017. My brother used to have another S14, and we just swapped over the parts onto this one. Z32 calipers for now. They're roller Z33 wheels. I think these are fine line fenders. At some point, this thing had a fine line kit, but it got destroyed at the track. But I don't think we're going to be sticking with fine line with this car. Now's a new chance to start off with something new. An OEM Koke wing and taillights that need to be painted badly. And I gave him a pair of my Gulf stitches a long time ago because these are high disc and I only run low disc on my car. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need these. They already bought the set. Take them and use them for rears. And they've just been sitting here for forever. They've never been driven on. These tires are brand new. I don't know, the sticker's on there somewhere, but they've still held there. That's pretty impressive. Depending on the kit that we end up choosing, we may or may not go with rear over fenders because they're not in bad shape. But honestly, I don't like cars that don't have over fenders. I like them wide, but the fenders are, the rear overs are fine, the quarters are fine, but the fenders that we have up front, they're really wide, so I can't run those and run stock rears. So whatever kit we decide to go with, that is going to determine whether we go overs or not. And the stock hood has to go because it's so heavy. I haven't lifted up a stock hood in a very long time because mine's fiberglass on my S13. As far as the interior goes, the door cards are still here. All the electrical stuff was working in here, but the interior is missing. So we got to get all that put back in. And this goofball forgot to take out the fuse for the airbag. So he did go off at Apple Valley Speedway many years ago. And yeah, airbag deployed. All their center pieces are gone too. So we got to find that. And it's got a no-name steering wheel with NRG garbage that we got to get rid of. It is on PBM coilovers, so that's one major thing on the list that we don't have to worry about, that's already knocked out. And I believe for tow arms, he's got Voodoo 13s, and for the upper control arms as well are Voodoo 13. So yeah, this thing needs a lot of work, and I've already got my hands full with my other two cars. So the only thing that I'm gonna hand off when it comes to this car is gonna be anything having to do with the engine. I'm gonna leave that over to Jason Kim from Rival Auto Works. He's gonna put in the link and he's gonna get this thing up and running for us, because as having it run under its own power is gonna help us out a lot. That way we can move it within our yard at work. And also I can get started on getting some aero painted and things sanded down, but I can't do that in this spot. So if it can move, that helps us out big time. And I don't want my brother touching this thing at all. He's busy with his life, and I want him just to, once it's done, get in the car and enjoy it. I mean, once the engine's running and suspension is kind of looked over, I do want to take him out to a track day and relearn the car, really learn to drive, because I think he hasn't driven since I think 2019, 2018 or 19. I can't remember. It's been that long. But before we start to do body work, I do want him to go out and practice with the car at a decent height. This car is not going to be as low as I'd like for it to be, but you know, it's not my car, so we'll leave it at a good height for him where he can enjoy it, drive it, and it'll look good. And I don't know if I've mentioned it on this channel, but I do work in construction, so I don't have like a set schedule and time where I get off of work and I have dedicated specific hours to work on a car. That's why if you notice on any one of my videos, I'll be wearing like 3 different outfits. It's because I've had to chop videos and clips into different days, because I only have like an hour of sunlight before, well, like when I get home. So this car, not much is gonna be moved forward anytime soon. I have a scheduled date with Jason to get the car in, and I mean, I still have the 240 that's it got damaged at Apple Valley Speedway, all the repairs I still need to do, and the Mark II that still needs a top mount. So it's gonna be a while. I'm gonna try my best to document as much as I can, and every track day that we go to, I'll show you guys, you know, just if he's a little rusty or if he's got it down again. That's what I'm mainly looking forward to, for him to driving it again, because like I said, he does a lot and he's always busy. So I got no kids, I got not much going on. I got 2 dogs, but that's about it. So if I can help him out with this, you know, I'm happy to do so. I'm more excited to work on this thing than I am on my cars. I dread working on my cars. I just want them not broken, but yeah, I'm stoked for this. So if you guys want to continue following along with the build, you know, just subscribe if you'd like. If not, you know, just keep on watching whenever a video of the car does come out. So appreciate you guys watching until the very end now, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.